Where? Hello? Oh, oh, I'm sorry about that. This video is about nothing, but a little bit about something. If you can make out what you want or need to hear or would like to hear, then it'll mean something to you. So whatever you do after this, it'll change your life because you have chosen. Okay, so after that bullshit is done, I was listening to a video, okay, on Meet Carly Rose So and Claire, X Factor USA. I did not listen carefully to what the judges said, but there was coding in there. Coding. Carly, LNY, 37, 337s, the rack, the car, the ark, the rose, the thorn in the side, in your side. Meet, eat, believe, eat, ate, you eat, you ate, Carly Rose. O's or us, which says bones. Sonclair, sonar, radar, the Claire, nine, sonen, nen or nine, depending on which language you speak. S-O-N-E, saying spirit, one, soul, make it clear. In the X Factor of USA, 41, 20, 13, 74, Jesus is the word. When you see her hugging her father at the end of the video or at 4 minutes and 50 seconds, okay, her expression on her face and her arms are not the arms of a 13-year-old girl, okay? The gentleman who's in the back, well, the father, whatever age he is in, he wears, if I'm right, number 8 on the shirt. When this girl, Carly Rose Sinclair, sings in the last, nearing the end, okay, she looks way older than 13. At the same time, this girl, Sonic St. Clair, saying the one clear voice. You have to listen to this last part, and I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to play this last part, but I want you to listen, okay, to what Simon says. I am going to play it. I do not know if I'm allowed to, but listen to the voice. I will play it as loud as I can. Okay? So let me try and find the video and listen to this. Okay?
4,833 yeses.
Simon says you have 4,833 yeses. And then in brackets it says TUDO. Skip BEM/Carly 4833 SIM for Simon. 4833 is the 32nd day of the 48th Super Bowl that was on. And Fox is the station that she came on. When I go 48, okay, 4 is a representation of 60. 8 is a representation of 49. 33 is a reptation of 1111. When you say 33, you're saying 1111. If you're speaking of 33, okay, I write it as 3 and 3. 33, okay? When he says 4,800, okay, let me find you back on this video here. When he says 4,800, you are hearing, okay, I'm just going to show you. Hold on a second. I'm writing something down, okay? This is what he says. Whoop, wrong page. This is what he says. 4833, 4,000, 4 and a TH. Time heaven, heaven of Mars. 800, 2 worlds of heaven of Mars. Of the 33, the joint venture of the Christ. 48 is separate, because when you hear it, what you're actually hearing is this. You're hearing this. 4,833. In your vision and in your eyes, you're seeing this, but you're hearing this. This is 6, 6, and 6. This is 6 and 6. 868 is the same number that came out in the Super Bowl scoring at one period. 33 are the 2 field goals that were scored in the Super Bowl in the one period. 48 is the number of the Super Bowl, and it was played on the 33rd day. This is the X Factor in 2013. This is 1111. At the same time, this over here creates 41 and 41 for the time space we are in. 9 and 6 is 15, and 6 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. 6 and 4 is 10, and 5 and 5 is 20. 2 and 0 is 2. This one, we'll say 41. Time create. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 11. 11 plus equals to 34. This is the time we are in right now, 34:43. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 plus 3 is 11. Says 19:19. 10 and 9 and 10 and 9 equals to 38, the time of the S&S. At the same time, we must add 6 to this factor because there is no 0 in the secondary count. This becomes 29. 29 is a representation of 18 and 11. Royal flush. 2 times 9, 18. 6, 6, 6 into this world. 2 and 9 is 11. Spirit, angel, and man. The letter K, the letter R. So can I say it? It's a car. It's the key of R. It's the special residence. King in cards and king. They're both kinged in cards. Kingdom come cards. When we replicate this number over here, 29, and we duplicate it over here, 29, the total we equal, okay, is 58. 5 by 8, 5 plus 8 equals 53. The creation of electric company within one man's mind. It's not everything I say is turned to evil. It's not the evil. It is what it is. It's the truth of our creation, showing you that inside the manipulation of numbers are the words and the factors that express the true value in definition. It's not me, and I'm not against anybody. That's what this says. 60 is the orange light. I don't know how it works, but if you ever go to the bathroom, what color is your dupe? How did it get to that color, and what necessities do we need to create the orange? Where does the orange come from? We know in colors it comes from red and yellow. Red and yellow in pool is 1 and 3. That is your AC power. Your AC connect DC, in which A equals to 9. But the C, which we're talking about stripes and solids, will be 11. 11 is 1 and 1 and 2. We get 9 and 2 one more time from red and yellow inside the game of pool, in which in roulette, or the number 2 of the secondary worlds, because of 6, 6, and 6, we must have a secondary and a third world, because the body must live within inside the man that has the existence of the heart and the soul that lights up the fire of the angel, in which 58 times 2 is all the initials of the months in English, equal to 116, which is now K and F, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, Colonel Fried, Kentucky area, which is red and yellow in Monopoly, starting at area property number 22 and ending at area property Marvin Gardens is in Kentucky. That's how they connected. But what does it mean, Marvin Gardens? Because everybody knows Marvin has to do with something to do with chickens. We all know that. I was told many years ago to watch out for Marvin Gardens. It's a thievery in Marvin Gardens. At the same time, it'll drive you AWOL, a-hole. Why? Because this is the representation in my life. It's what's in your life that will represent whatever you speak about. It's not you're wrong and I'm right. It's your right and I'm right. In your realm, you're right. In my realm, I'm right. Now we have to piece the togetherness and the opposition of what we both have together to see a distant value in its numbers. And I can see this, okay? And I can see this is that when I go to Jen, the genuine site, because her name is Jen Anu, so she would be genuine. And when I look up her name, okay, in PC, Pythagorean generation gematria, okay, numerology and Kabbalah, I don't read the way they put it out. One row will say 1, 1, 4, 10. I read the whole thing and I see it together. Because she put it together one way, my vision is global. So I'll see all the numbers together and it'll tell me a biggest picture. And what's funny is that Ja, inside her name of Jen, is an exact representation of the spirit combining with the soul inside of the pool balls of stripes and solids of 1 and 3, in which when we play the game of snooker, the red balls, if there's 15 of them, are there 15 of them? They all become a single point in snooker, in which the brown, yellow, black, red, and the other balls in snooker have a different value. In pool, the 2 ball, there's only the solids. The 2 ball in regular pool is number 2 in stripe 10, equaling to a total of 12, plus the 0 value equals 6, equals to 18 is 6, 6, and 6, in which 2 is a representation of 5. Why? Because they sit on top of each other all the time. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, 2 is here, 5 is here. 2 is always here. But if it's a funnel, and these are the outsides of the funnel, this is the center of the funnel, 2 will funnel into 5 and come out at 8, dropping into 2 again. But if you say it's not dropping into 2 because between the wheels there's space, 2 becomes the empty space, dropping then directly into 5. Down the hole. Another thing, and this is especially for the girls. If you can check this out for me, please, because I'm not actually going to bend down and look right here. When you go to the bathroom, what happens to your pee-pee? How does it come out? Because I've been studying mine, and it comes out in a spiral. And I know it's salty. I don't have to taste it, thank you very much. Where am I now? Cucumbers, beets, carrots, zucchini. Has anybody started buying their seeds yet? 99 cents. The other thing I wanted to show you about the seeds, see the 2 barcodes on the back? This one only has 1, okay? There's a reason for it. This one only has 1. This one only has 1, and this one only has 1. There is a reason for the duplication in the barcodes. So anyways, my biggest thing was that this 13-year-old girl came out to sing on the X Factor. Let me tell you about anything, okay? Anything is about everything. Oh my God, you had to see my cat. When my cat stretches, her tail curls. This world, your cat might be looking at you naked, and all of a sudden, when you come into the New World Star, you'll be able to look into a camera and see the same position that you were. You are a reflection of who you are. And if there's life after death, then everything you have ever done has been recorded in your life. The walls have eyes. I just bought a coffee maker. Well, actually, one of those things you press down, and a boiler, coffee, and I just made my first cup of coffee after spending hundreds of dollars. Just want to go back to one thing that I missed out in this. 1,000, time heaven. Where are you in time heaven? Sand. I'm on the reach of the sand. Where are you in the reach of the sand? I am the human in the cross of D-Red. Mars, D-R-E, read D. Read D, ready to go. Let's go reading. 33 is the space we're in. 4,833. They didn't say 33rd. 33. No TH, no RD, 33rd. Do you understand? RD comes into 33rd. 4,833, saying 4,800 the 33rd. But it's 33, silent 33. This says 1111. The 8 says 49. The 4 says 60. For the time of eternal life of the 7th gate, that we come in under the respect and understanding of the 2 sides of the mind within the body of the Christ. Why? Because it's the totality of what you think is who you are. You become the Christ and the expression of your entire life till eternal, till you die. You are of 2. 40. 5 plus 8 is 13 equals 53. The other way to make this in 53 is 5 times 5. 55 is the passage. So this is what we end up getting. 1,000, red, 33rd. In the 33rd world, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. It's in all the numbers we speak. It's in all the colors and crystals and metals. Topaz, silver, pearl, emerald, diamond, amethyst, aquamarine, which is very special. Aquamarine is very special because when you write the word out in the space of time, because on Jen Anu's space and time, when she writes out, if I can show you this, all this, whatever you see down here, whatever you see up here, is a reflection of what's down here. It doesn't matter if she knew what she was doing or she didn't know. She knew of her numbers. She knew how to spell her words. Okay? Sapphire, turquoise, zircon. Now let's speak about zircon. Now let's speak about Star Trek. Mercury, being a planet and being also one of the gemstones, metals are rocks. Organite, ruby red, rock. Everything has a reason for more than anything we will ever know. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. This was a world built on rock and roll. Between the sun and the moon, 101. Between the sun, the space, and the moon, 145, 514 area code saying Canada, Quebec, in which Quebec is a capital of all because it is kiss my ass. And I'm not being rude about this. I'm just telling you what it says from French to English. Que says tail. Bec says kiss. Kiss my tail. What comes out from the tail? The flow of the water. Have you ever heard a cat go make a pee-pee? Well, you should listen to it. It sounds like Niagara Falls. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. When you create your pyramid, do you see what it does to the circle? This was in a movie I saw. When you create this design, okay, piece by piece, here's your 3 angles of the pyramid. Do you see this? Inside of here, when you make your circle, do you see the element that is free right over here? Well, this element of space that's created from the circle design will create the number 4 inside of it. And at the same time will be one of those old pterodactyl birds, the number 4, the X factor that's in every single circle, plus the division of the multiplication that's inside this little flower over here. This will be your sailboat. The sailboat you do not see. Here's your sailboat, but we're plugged into the core of the earth. There's more to this world, and is there life, after death? For myself, there is something after life. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but for me, to disengage and for the body to make a small poop after you die, do you believe in life after death? I do. You know what that means? Let's do it right now. Let's believe in this world and life after death. We have nothing to lose but be righteous. Do you know why? Because all those who are not sometimes say to themselves, oh shit, should I have said that? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. You don't ever want to say that and feel bad about yourself because you said something wrong. If those who are wrong do wrong, let them do wrong. Wish them the best because you know they won't get the best. Because they don't do what they need to do to get the best. And they'll always run into a failure where they'll shake their head and said, I shouldn't have done this just now. I should have waited. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching in the last of days. No, I didn't like the last of days, and I was trying to hit 1919 to end this. 57 to 75. The word 10 says 2005 to 2014. The 9-year period to create one of the houses of the dog pound. That's exactly the time I fell ill. 4, 1, and 7, which is on the left side of the key, which stands for one wing, is exactly the date and time of my birthday to birthday. 4, 1, and 7 when I got sick. And 5, 5, and 5, the day I ended up in the hospital, is the 125th day, or the 125th day is May 5th, and that's the day, and it's also the multiplication to reach that day. The end date that comes will be May 5th of 2014, which will make 9 years exactly, but only 9 years and 5, which just touches Neptune, to June, to July, to August, to September, to October. 5 months, okay? Don't add a day, don't take away a day. 5 months, 9, 5, and 1. Where I started 1, 4, and 7 into this, now I end 9, 5, and 1. A, E, and I. What will that be? That'll be the number of months and years it'll took from the beginning to the end, from the word 10 to 2014. 14 and 5 is 19. 5 and 14 is the letter N, as E and N, E5, the sound of N with an E in the E family, where the N ends after saying 5-14 is 9. 9, 5, and 1 is the representation of Neptune and the numbers that you need for EI, on the clock. And at the same time, E and I represents within the O, within the gold. Why? Because 39 is your O. There's no more than 39 on the clock. You cannot go any further than 39, because when you reach 40, you reach 20, and now you're in the center world, the recreation of the world itself. You have 39, 13, 13, 13, and you have 39 and 21, which is 7, 7, and 7. 13, 13, 13 is 4, 4, 4, with 7 and 4 and 7 and 4. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 plus 4 is 11 equals 39. 28 is E and I, just like I just said. As E and I the letter, and E and I the letter of S and T, saying Einstein again. Representation of Neptune once more. We are in the dog pound. The time stops on 39 because 21 is what you need to get into the world on this cube. The only way you can measure up with the cube is when you hit 21. If you do it in 2 different worlds or 3 different worlds, because of the W expression in the 3 different worlds is 63, it's 42, which makes 105. 105 is when you count ace all the way to 14, which the 14th card in poker will be the ace again, the representation of ace to 14 equals 105, which is the last massacre in Boston on the 105th day, April 15th. Of 2013. When you say Einstein, when you say 21, 3 by 7 is your 21, 7 and 4 is 11, 7 by 4 is 28, 1776, divided by 1, divided by 2, divided by 3, divided by 4, divided by 6, divided by 8. Do all those, find out the numbers you get. Then take the number on the complete right in the 1 position, add them up, you'll see number 28 show up. Then go into the 2nd position, they call the 10 position. 10 says 39 all in its own. The 1 position says 34 all in its own. 34 will equal 19 plus that 1, or multiplied of the 1 will equal to the same number. In the 10 position, which says 39 plus the 34 equals to 73. 7 by 3, 7 plus 3 will equal to your AC again. It also equals to Nibiru, which is a representation in a letter play, which says Boston. Bruins inside, the ruins, the old ruins. If you add up the 2nd and the 100th position of all the numbers of 1776 by dividing, like I said at the beginning, dividing by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8, in which that itself equals to 24, times the 7 and 4, or 74, equals 1776. But adding up in the 100th position from the top to bottom, which in the first one it'll say 7, underneath that, because it's number 2, it'll say 8, because 2 times 8, 88, and the 8 is in the 100 position, says 1776. When you add it up, it says 28, 39, 28. 7 by 4 is 28, an expression for saying E-I-E-I-O in the time and understanding of the words of Einstein. What does it mean? What does it mean, Jesus? Jesus didn't say, come here to be a cardinal. Yes, they played in St. Louis, and they called it, lost in translation, the St. Louis Cardinals. Why is there a cardinal? Was Jesus a cardinal? No, Jesus was the man. He was the man. So whatever time you're going to hear he's the man, anything they added on after to Jesus is not real. Jesus is who he is, what they wrote about him. Anything more that they wrote about, he's not. They didn't write about how Jesus was the cardinal, then why is the cardinal there? Have you ever seen the robe of the Pope? The robe of the Pope, and not only that, when you look, okay, when you look at the robe of the Pope, I'm going to try to get you this robe, okay? I'm going to try and find you this robe. I must find you this robe. Give me a second. I'm just pointing up to the sky. Just give me a second. Hold on a second. Okay, can you see this robe? See this over here? I'm not sure what you can see. I really don't know what you can see. I don't know what you can see here. I'm going to give you this one. No, I want this one. Do you see this over here? Do you see this over here? I'm hoping you can see this. Hold on a second. I'm hoping you can see the cross, which is bent over like his neck, like a long neck goose, because if you ever look, you cannot keep your head straight. This is on the Jack of Spades, okay? He has a noose around his neck. Here's a lady here, here's a lady here. Balance. This is the sign of the Magen David. Here is the spider. I do not know, I cannot show you this anymore, but take a look at what the Pope wears, that red thing around him, okay? It shows balance. It also shows the crowns, and it also shows the Rothschild sign. It shows the Rothschilds on it, okay? That's what the Pope is wearing, all these things about the Rothschilds. Now, we were speaking about 1776. We were talking about Einstein. We have to understand the theories, okay, which that's the biggest thing, the theory of the Big Bang. Oh, I could have had a V8. The Big Bang is your first thought. Your thought and representation, because your first thought will bring you on to your second thought. So we have to understand what I did over here, okay? 4833 is what Simon Cowell said. And Simon Cowell said that, okay, over this girl. Where is she? Her name is C-A-R-L-Y, Rose Sinclair, and it's the X Factor of the USA. I'm going to try and show you this over here. Fox, the girl, XXX. You see the three X's in here? That shows the X Factor. I'm not sure what you can see. If you can see this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I'm going to bring you back here. So, even inside 1776, the Big Bang, and the theory of Jesus, what was Jesus' names at the earliest time you can ever speak? And what does John say? I want to know what John says, because it's all about what John says. That's all I think. Judas and John. Those two are my major X factors in my thinking. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching what was and what is this video. But one more thing I want to say. 666 goes here. 18 and 4 is 22. RD is 22. 0 and 0 is 686. This is the amount of money, 686, that you collect when you play Monopoly. And in Roman numerals, it'll say 888. Roman numerals say 1888. Forget about the M. It's the 13th number. It is the one in the center. Let's start L. When we start with she, we start with number 12. Why? Because on 2 dice you get 12. When you add up to 12, you get 78. 78 is within the mind of the 7th gate of the 2 areas. 7 and 8 is 3 positions. You must enter into the 2 ears of 7, into the mind, which is 8. Rotate, rotor, sator. Rotate. Does this say SoCal or Sochi? I don't know where this comes from. Or does it say 50? Anytime you see an SI or an S in front of anything, especially 0 and 1, 0, 1, and 3, it's always going to say something special. Anyways, Raphael, 7286, on a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. I didn't finish with the numbers, okay? So let me finish one more time. 6 by 6 is 36, times 8 is 240, and 48 is 288. This ends up at 288. This date over here, 288, would be October 15th. Apparently, something is different about the 15th of October, because the 10th month and the 15th, okay? The 15th letter is O, the 10th month is X. It says XO or JO, Jocks, or JO for Jack. I don't know what it means right now, but it means something. Everything says something. There's a story in everything, and everything has a meaning. How we perceive it is the first meaning. How they deliver it is the first meaning and your first meaning. But how it comes out at the end, what the real value of truth is, it is what it is. And whatever it is, and whatever you think, that's all up to you. Raphael, 7286. On the countdown, if we look at it today, take away 39 days from 277, okay, is 234. The jailhouse begins tomorrow. We are in day one of the jailhouse tomorrow, but we must be in between. That will take up to 21 days. Why? Because that's when the chicken egg hatches at a hatchery. Raphael, thank you for watching.